Use the referral link in the description to g2a.com for all of your Xbox codes, PlayStation codes and video games, and be sure to use the code CHES at checkout to get yourself 3% cash back. Hey guys, welcome to episode 3 of season 3 of the Sunderland career mode here on FIFA 19. We started the season strong, although we took a while to get going. Hopefully our defensive woes will have been partially solved now thanks to the signing of Tomori at centre-back. What I believe was our record fee paid at this stage of the save. We'll bring in a player that's now our joint second highest rated player at 76 and hopefully help plug some of the holes at the back. We conceded quite a few goals in the played games in yesterday's episode, although albeit against two decent sides, Hull and Derby County. We faced some quote-unquote easier opposition in today's episode. Sean Maguire clearly just seeing off Plymouth. We played them last year, of course, in League One, and they came up with us, but evidently still not able to stop us from battering them as they weren't last year. Maguire scores 4 as Grant pulls one back in the 68th minute, but it is to be a 4-1 win. Sean Maguire firing himself, I would imagine, to the top of the goal scoring charts so far this season. He's been in great form already and was in contention towards the top of the charts prior to that game, and now, as you can see, is top of the goal scoring charts. He got the golden boot last year. I read that actually, or looked at it without actually taking on board what it actually said. I was trying to figure out who to train next and which module to do next. George Harrison has found his first team spot fall away from him as Jamal Lowe is back from injury now, and this will be our first time using Jamal Lowe in the Championship, and it's Huddersfield away from home. They're 5th, we're 4th. We're both level on points. It's not going to be an easy game. Then have Birmingham at home, followed by Luton away. I would imagine those second two games, or last two games, would be easier. But this one against Huddersfield is probably going to be quite tough. I don't know what to expect.
And they're all good defenders in their own right.
Richard, intercepted by Lowe. Justin, Ravel Morrison to Jamal Lowe. And we could start this game absolutely perfectly. Maguire on his left, buries it. We did play Huddersfield last year in the Cup and did lose, but this is the dream start. Great touch by Sean Maguire to just stop the ball dead and then just has a pace to get away. We are quite heavily reliant on the pace of our front line with Sean Maguire and Jamal Lowe, but many sides are reliant on pace in their front line. Look at the way that Leicester won the league with the counter-attacking pace that they had in their team at the time. So I'm not necessarily too embarrassed by the fact that we rely heavily upon one style of player to be effective because, well, it works. So you do what works for you, and this certainly is working for us so far. Maguire holds off the defender there, and Jamal Lowe played in, looking to get around the outside of the defender, but not strong enough on this occasion. In the 10th minute then, it's Newcastle? It's Huddersfield Town. Wow. 0. Sunderland 1.
Well, that's good to go down as a poor cross.
Diakabi back to Bakuna. Superb football from Huddersfield Town. Not much you can do against that in that scenario. Wonderful football. Just bounce. 1, 2, 3, 4. Bosh. What can you do? It's undefendable. And it's a good finish from Pritchard as well. First time. Keeper did get something on it. I'm not sure. Not sure whether he got studs to it or not. Regardless of whatever he got on it, it wasn't enough to keep it out. Tomori forward there to Jamal Lowe. And unfortunately, it's not a clean sheet for Tomori in his first played game for me. It's not his first game for the club because he was involved in a couple of simulated ties prior to today's episode, but I was hoping to keep him a clean sheet in his first played game, and that evidently now isn't going to happen, and nor did the Max. That wasn't the most comprehensive clearance. Nor did the dream of keeping a Tomori clean sheet last long either. Less than 20 minutes before it equalised. Pritchard runs into Jack Clark. It's a tough game at Huddersfield. I feel like all of the... Oh, that nearly backfired on me. All of the played games we've had so far have been difficult games. Hull,
The wide man's got a chance here.
Derby and now Huddersfield, all teams that you would expect to be pretty difficult to beat. James Justin will deliver the cross. It's decent, but it's going to be cleared away. The true test will be whether we can be more dominant, like we are in the simulated games, in a played game against a lesser opposition. Obviously, we just battered Plymouth in the simulated game. We'll have to wait and see if we can actually do that in the played games as well, and how well we'll fare in the simulated games against the more difficult sides. We've kind of had played difficult games and simmed easy ones so far. Need it to be the other way around, and then we'll truly get a proper picture of how this side is going to play this year. But we might be going 2-1 down here, but no, Bettinelli this time does save with his feet. Bakuna back to Diakabi, and the pressure is not gone from Huddersfield yet. It's Hada Unite in there to Diakabi, good footwork. Grant plays it across, but Kolka cuts it out, gives it away again. Maya Schlupp held by Bettinelli. This time we will keep possession.
For him in this position.
1-2 between him and Pritchard. Remember Pritchard scoring a goal against us in the game against them in the Cup last year. Tamori scrambles that away after Bettinelli makes a wonderful save. Huddersfield cut us apart there. Not very impressed with our overall defensive play so far in this game, but thankfully the keeper on a couple of occasions has really saved my bacon. Sean Maguire played in, looking for Jack Clark. Poor pass, forced wide. We won't be too keen on him here at Huddersfield either, being a former Leeds player. Yearwood around the corner looking for Jamal Lowe, and he, superbly finds the top corner. We're back in front again. Oh, I need to stop doing that celebration. Huddersfield 1, Sunderland 2. Great finish from Jamal Lowe. We'll have a look at a replay of that. Not the best of angles for it, actually, this one. Need to kind of see it from behind or directly front on. But lovely bend into that top corner. No, not the best of angles for either of the replays. Never mind his second goal of the championship season. His first game played for me since returning from injury. And he's on the score sheet. Turns well to get away from the man that was with him. Maguire, he too twists well to get away from the man that was with him. And Jamal Lowe's played in again, but the shot, comfortable height for the keeper and relatively straight at him. Grant brings that down well. We committed a lot of bodies forward there. Now we're caught at the back with not many men back, although you can see the three in the middle flooding back in support of that. Took a deflection off the defender there. It will be a corner for Huddersfield, and they'll look to get themselves an equaliser here. Diakabi to take it. Lucas Boy has come on for Jeffrey Schlupp for Huddersfield. We'll see if he can make an impact. Maya to Congolo. Good strength shown by him. Maya, Lucas Boy, Pritchard to Congolo again. Nice tackle by James Justin, and we'll work it away. Bakuna takes it away from Sean Maguire. And still the ball is in a dangerous position for us. Here's Maya again. To Bakuna, to Pritchard. Bakuna waiting for that flurry of quick passing that has seen the opposition score so many goals against us at championship level this season. And Maya wasn't far away at all from finding Huddersfield another equaliser. Lovely ball down the line looking for Grant. Cross can come in. He stood up well, and James Justin takes no risks at the back post. But now with what will probably be the last action of the game, Huddersfield could equalise, but Ratiu clears that away. Just trying to challenge with Sean Maguire there. We don't have to. Defeat in played game yesterday, draw in the second, and now the third played game of the championship season. We have been able to get victory in. Still strong opposition and still probably outplayed by my opposition, but the most important thing is we got the result. So we sit fourth in the league still, but we play Birmingham City next in just 2 days' time. And I will be using the rotation side for this one for the very first time as well. So we'll see how well this team plays here. It's not the worst, certainly. So there's still room for improvement for a number of these players. But hopefully they'll be good enough to help me see off Birmingham City. Let's give them a go. A number of them for the first time. George Harrison. Lovely run by Ward. Drops the shoulder nicely as well, actually. And George Harrison's in here. Shot blocked. Drops to Ward, looking for Bali Mumba, but cleared away. Well, that's a positive start by these youngsters, isn't it? Certainly, Lukas Jukovic could cause us some problems, though. Ed Murphy tracks back from right mid and gets him, but hello, you are playing in red and white. Not sure if you're aware of that. Thank you very much. Right, Ward, given away again. Jukovic to McFarlane. Great strength shown by young Liam Bennett there. Ed Murphy. Why are none of these passes going anywhere near where I'm playing them?
Just a mistake.
Please, game. I know that some of these players' passing stats aren't the best, but still, they have some idea where to play a football. They're not that bad, surely. George Harrison looking to get in behind here. Turns away from the challenge. Good footwork from him. Around the corner there to Bali Mumba, who can't quite get away from Dean, unfortunately. An interesting, I think it's probably the best word for it, opening 15 minutes here against Birmingham City. Not entirely too sure what to make of it so far.
This looks
Here's
promising.
McFarlane through there to Lucas Jutkovic, but James Justin steps in. It's poor. And Rabati, Jutkovic. Oh, it's good football around the corner and good save, Alfie Watson. First thing he's had to do in this game so far, and he's done it very well indeed. Nicely worked, and just reactions there, I think, more so than anything else. Really good, strong right arm. That's very, very impressive, actually. Kieftenbeld will deliver the corner, and it's decent. Bali Mumba is only tiny, but gets the head to it to clear it, but it will be another corner. Don't have much height in my outfield players at the moment, but it will be tiny little Ed Murphy that wins the second header. So poor corner taking from Birmingham so far in this game. Can they find something from across from open play, perhaps? Oh, I thought it was going to run off the pitch. No, it'll be another oh, that's a goal kick. I think that's a bit harsh. I think that should be a corner. Not that I'll complain. Stewart down the line there to Colin. Good opportunity this now, and there's a man free at the back post, and it is 1-0 to Birmingham. Lucas Jutkovic gives our visitors the advantage. Keeper came out and was almost gesticulating to say who was marking the run, and I have to agree. Jutkovic starts off behind the defender, and he just either can't keep up with him, or he is too poor positionally. And Jutkovic is free at the back post to turn that home. Frustrating after what has been a really impressive start to the game, for these youngsters. They unfortunately got beaten in the cup against Scunthorpe, so they haven't been amazing in simulated games so far this season, but they've definitely impressed me in this one so far. But still looking like we might get defeat from it. Oh, that would have been was a great cross to try and turn home. Watson then on his left foot. Again, comfortable for Truman. Bali Mumba really struggling for stamina, actually. What is his stamina? 70. He shouldn't be that bad. Physically, he's not that good. Technically, he's improving, though. Take Bali Mumba off for Ratiu. Might bring Sean Maguire on for Jonathan Watson. He hasn't been that impressive, I'll be honest. Really not been blown away by him, so I'm obviously I'll give him more time, but I'm unsure as to whether he's going to be the answer up top, or even just a genuine option up top as time goes by. That shot there was deflected, which was the only reason it caused the keeper problems, and Ward rose really well there, but couldn't find the target with the header. Pumped forward towards George Harrison, who rises well to win the header, but can't find Sean Maguire. Here's Hutton. Nicholson will close him down, but they might play the 1-2 here. Kieftenbeld goes central. Bit of space for Jutkovic. Kieftenbeld. This is good football. And again at the back post is Jutkovic after the deflection, and it will be turned home. Can't win the header. He's just too tall on that occasion. Lucas Jutkovic just... The defender was in the right place at the right time. He just quite simply got out-muscled. That's frustrating. Jutkovic's fourth goal of the league season. His second of the afternoon. And Birmingham have now proved to be too much for this young side. Nicholson underneath that. Bit of turning. There's space on the far side. We found Ed Murphy. Poke this forward here, looking for the run of Sean Maguire. We could get one back here right at the end of the game. Maguire with the turn, and the finish is really, really poor. Floated it horribly well wide on his left foot. Not good enough in this one. We'll take the defeat on the chin, though. Game came just a couple of days after the previous, and unfortunately the youngsters on this occasion didn't quite cut the mustard. We were looking okay, though. We were looking okay when it was still at 0-0, but as soon as they took the lead, I didn't feel as confident, just as a gut feeling. So I'm not sure whether we will commit to using the youngsters very regularly, but I would like to use them on the odd occasion. Train Bali Mumba next and improve a couple of his stats. quite small Ballymumble, which might work against him in the long run, but for the time being, he should be able to do a job for us. Leeds running away with it. 9 games played, a win in each of those 9 games so far for Leeds United. Talk about dominating your opposition. It's Luton Town that's up next for us. And we'll play our full strength 11 in this one, although Ed Murphy is asked if he can play. Sorry, Ed. Lyndon Gooch gets the nod on this occasion, and we shall hopefully return to winning ways. Maguire into Yearwood. Morrison will use the right back first. Justin will keep that in. I wasn't sure for a moment there. Play that into Gooch. Down the line, looking for Jamal Lowe. It's a lovely run. And on the edge of the box here is Ravel Morrison, who's been in great goal-scoring form this season. And a lovely block by the defender to deny us the opportunity to go 1-0 in front. Drew Yearwood will win that header, though. We might yet get the chance to go 1-0 in front. 1-0 in front. Jamal Lowe poke it through for Maguire, who's onside, I believe, just beats the keeper. But no, he was off as the ball trickles over the line. Although, even if he was onside, I think the defender would have cleared that. Thanks to the heavy contact from the keeper. Again, though, poor from Luton. And look for Jamal Lowe, but unfortunately, Arteta does well enough. Good header by Jamal Lowe. Gooch got options inside. Jamal Lowe being one of them. Oh, nearly through to him. Very, very nearly. Get that to Jack Clark. Then look for Jamal Lowe. It's a poor pass from Jack Clark. I've been underwhelmed with Jack Clark in all of the played games. I have to be honest. Genuinely underwhelmed. He does great in simulated games, but in played games, Jack Clark is not the best of players for me. His passing is wayward, his crossing isn't the best, his finishing is questionable. I haven't been impressed with Jack Clark at all. I would be open to selling him, but I wouldn't know who for at this stage. Lovely ball by Jamal Lowe, but couldn't quite find Lyndon Gooch on the run through. 0-0 after 40 minutes. It's been a frustrating opening first half here, but hopefully we shall continue to knock on the door and eventually it will open for us. Jamal Lowe looking to squeeze that through to Jack Clark. Can he prove me wrong now? Can he find a teammate? No. Pearson over the top to Bescher. I had a check. He's Hungarian, and I had a look on my pronunciation website, and it's pronounced, his first name is Barnabas. It's Barnabas Bescher, apparently. So at least we now know what to call him in future. It's a decent ball in there, but well dealt with by Tamori. Not very well dealt with by Lyndon Gooch. Kazinga Lualua read that turn though. Ravel Morrison will play that forward. Go on, Jamal, make me a run. Or stand still. It's up to you. Jack Clark could be in behind here. It's a lovely ball over the top. Jack is in. Takes in his stride well enough. We'll turn. We'll look for someone in the middle. I tried to play that to Sean Maguire's feet. And again, Jack Clark can't come up with the pass. Here's Yearwood. We'll go to Maguire first. Then to Lowe. Oh, I was hoping I could drop the shoulder. I've been very lucky with how that's fallen to Lyndon Gooch. Can we make the most of it? Lowe's touch was poor there. Morrison looked for Yearwood just to open it up. Here's Jack Clark. That's decent. Jack Clark. Oh! Swallow your words, Chesnoid. Well then, Jack Clark. You've not ever done that for me. But if you could do that more often, then maybe you can stay. Let's have a look at a couple of replays of that, please. With the initial stumble, I placed shoot here, and then he did that stumble, but still able to dig out the most ridiculous finish. That's such a good goal from Jack Clark. Where has that been in the past 2 seasons? I'll take it. Bettinelli bowl this out there to Jack Clark. Final whistle's probably going to go before we even get the chance to finish this attack. Indeed it does. Referee has the ball hit him. That's something that won't happen in FIFA 20. Referees are ghosts, so to speak, on FIFA 20. The ball and players go through the referee. Still visible on the field, but the ball and players will go through him. Luton only creating the 1 chance. We only created 4, so it wasn't the most riveting of games to play, but we got the victory. And the 3 points are the most important thing. 3 points that take us 3rd in the table. Leeds have won all 10 of their opening games of the season. That's outrageous. How on earth are they doing that? Edwards as a player actually has really good promise, this youngster. Really good promise. Hopefully he can grow to become a very good player at left back for us, but that will be it for today's episode. We will start tomorrow's with Swansea City. So things don't necessarily get any easier for us because Swansea are a really good side. Harrison Green still 59 rated, not yet taking the jump to 70. Not much growth elsewhere either. I'm quite happy with the squad as it is at the minute. I'm not actively looking to bring more players in, either via the youth setup or buying people. I'm quite content to actually just kind of grow the side that we have. Might kind of do a Tottenham. Got Swansea at home. Probably seen that actually. Then Leeds away, which we'll play certainly. Middlesbrough at home, Bristol City at home, and Blackburn away. So okay, we'll sim the home game of Bristol, but we'll play Leeds away. We'll play Blackburn away. Sim Middlesbrough at home and play Swansea. All the other way around. Actually, Middlesbrough 5th. Maybe we should play Middlesbrough rather than simming that one. Swansea 13th. Okay, well that's what we'll do tomorrow then. But for now, that's all for today's episode. Thank you very much for watching, guys. Drop the video a like if you enjoyed. Subscribe to the channel to make sure you don't miss out on any more. And I'll see you tomorrow.